while. Long time no talk to.
It's been
Such a long time.
It's an earthquake.
It's been a long time.
What is that from?
From the people with Widget.
What?
The Widget people.
What is the Widget people?
How to Succeed.
Oh, the Worldwide Wickets.
Witches.
Oh my God, it's been the craziest time. Month, yes. So
Last we talked.
Oh,
I think Trust and Cressida's.
what are you picking on my face for?
I thought that was
What?
There's a hair there.
Where?
Don't worry about it. We'll get it later.
Is it cat hair?
No.
Because I was sweeping.
Oh, is it your hair?
Me too. Yes, Troilus and Cressida was the last thing we talked about.
Did we talk about that with everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
We did.
Okay. So, funnily enough, funnily is a word to stand for, after Troilus and Cressida, or during Troilus and Cressida, I was approached by a number of different people about different projects, which is what I think I talked about last time. I liked about being here in
we did talk about
the
that.
Appalus.
In Nat Town.
So, I did get... Oh, man.
I was like, what is touching me?
I did end up being cast in the African-American wedding at Conner Prairie here.
Yes,
and
we talked about that.
Conner
Yeah, because I
Prairie?
showed the goats, and the goats were doing something.
Oh, okay. So you've seen the goats.
We saw the goats, and they
were
were
rooting.
They were
Rooting and rutting.
they were procreating.
I think they were just playing because I think it was two boys.
So they're gay.
So they weren't procreating if it was two boys.
Okay. What were they doing?
They were having a hump day Wednesday.
Was it a Wednesday?
I think it was. They were celebrating.
So anyway, yes, we talked about Conner Prairie, and we saw the goats.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
So you went for your costume fitting.
Yeah.
We'll flash a photo.
Do we need to show them that?
Why? You look like something from Munchkinland.
Okay.
Okay, maybe.
I'd love to know what you all think about it.
Okay, so then cast as the preacher man, the traveling preacher man at Conner Prairie.
I was a traveling preacher man, yeah. Actually, it's the son of a preacher man.
Yes, I know, but
I was telling everybody else. So, thanks, Liza.
So then you had an interview
with
at a school.
I had an interview at school, and it was this close. But they ended up going with another candidate, which is fine. It's no big deal. I tell this one, things don't happen for a reason. Things do happen for a reason. So just let them happen and move along. So and he was all crunchy and bitter and nasty.
I was crunchy.
For a couple of days. But it's fine. It's fine. So, but I will be starting at Sycamore School
Sycamore
here.
Schools.
Yeah.
And
it's one of the top schools for after school.
Yes, and I was
activities.
talking to our friend Heather Hansen about it.
Hey, Heather.
Hi, Heather. And she was like, oh, the Sycamore School. Those parents have lots of money. And she's like, you have to test to get in, and then you pay $1 billion.
The kids have to test 2 years above their actual age and maturity. So, I will now be buying cucumbers not only to eat, but also to do this.
Yes, to lay on his face for me to eat. So that starts what, next
week? A week from today.
Okay, a week from today.
And today was quite bittersweet.
Well, not a week from today because you're not going on Monday. Aren't you doing Thursday?
Well,
Friday,
no, their
or
after-school program
starts a week from today. Okay, and then today.
Did we tell them about La Casa?
No, but I have lots of photos of that, so we're going to be talking about that here in a second. Mm-hmm. And then today you started at Dan's Innovation.
Today was the moment of bittersweet.
Why was it bittersweet?
Well,
May, what are you doing?
She's climbing a wall.
Lord,
Our cat's climbing
the wall.
It's better that than her caterwauling right now.
True.
So for the past almost 9 years, maybe. May have been 9 years.
Were you at Emerge for 9 years?
Yes.
Oh my stars.
I was at Emerge.
So wait, okay, wow.
In Cheviot, Ohio. I saw, I don't know how many kids graduate high school.
Come and go.
go.
Probably some with babies now.
No.
Married?
No, young adults for sure. I don't think anybody's got married.
Not yet. It's okay, baby.
So anyway, it was kind of a bittersweet thing to leave because last year was hard because I was traveling back and forth, kind of trying to figure out if it was going to be the last year there, and it was the last year there, and it was a hard year.
Yes.
So I was glad to have the time I had with them, but then started at a new place today, which I was going to post on the Book of Face, but I forgot to get any pictures of their. See, this
so
is
while
why
we're being canceled, our show's getting canceled.
I don't do media well.
I should just follow you around.
Someone should.
And just do photos.
So I just forgot to get their thing, and you could probably pull it off of Facebook or something they have.
Oh, do they have a Facebook page?
Yeah.
Oh.
Called Dance Innovations.
Is your photo on there?
And not my picture, but I want to get the logo of the school.
Oh,
or whatever.
Yeah. We'll flash that up there too.
So, so that ended up starting today, and a wonderful bunch of people, lovely bunch of people, and once again, I think I've met a group of girls, dancers, young dancers. There is one boy, and I think I'm going to be able to get him, and he's like 16 or 17. So he's a boy. He's a man boy.
He's a man child.
So, and he's in musical theater, so he knows what to do with himself.
Oh, nice.
Like, so he can sell it. But
what's his name?
Max, Sam, Mark, John, Trevor, Noah. I don't know.
Or all the above.
All of the above.
Just one boy in the whole studio?
Well, honey, that's more than a lot of studios have.
No, that's true.
But at any rate, so started with them tonight, and a bunch of young ladies. Well, I had some older girls tonight who I think just need to be encouraged and just need to be worked with. That's all. Yeah. I mean, are they going to dance for American Ballet Theater? Probably not. But
you never know.
Probably not. But that's not their goal either.
Right.
I mean, or they wouldn't.
Wait, and you had a private lesson tonight too, didn't you?
And I had a private student today.
Already.
Yeah.
But it's built in. But anyway, how did that go? What did you guys do? You only have a half an hour.
Well, we decided the version of she's competing in an international ballet competition that's held every year called YAGP.
YAGP.
For those of you, Youth America Grand Prix. For those of you who know.
If you know.
So there's a leg. Yeah, there's a leg of the competition that comes through Indianapolis. So she wanted to do a variation, and she's doing a variation of the Crystal Fountain from the ballet The Sleeping Beauty. And in the Sleeping Beauty, just real quick.
Trickle, 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 trickle.
Yes, trickle, trickle, trickle. And the prologue, where the baby's just been born, there's a christening, and the fairies come and offer her, don't say it. He was going to go Disney on me. The 5 fairies come and offer her.
5? No, there's 3. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Well, 4 if you count Maleficent. Why is there 5?
Because Walt Disney did not choreograph the ballet. And he did not create the story.
Just made it better.
Well, the ballet kept workers and performers employed.
And Walt Disney kept artists employed. So.
Oh my God. So anyway, so she's dancing one of the fairy variations, and there are, if you know, there are, I could say, I guess, many acceptable versions, in a sense, of the fairy variation. Steps that change around depending on the dancer, the company, the aesthetic that they want to. So, and at this age, it's a lot of what they can do, what their ability is. So that's what we today kind of decided on, what version of it.
So you didn't dance at all today?
No, we did not. We approached a section of it. She's doing the Fair of the Crystal Fountain, for those of you that, like I said, that know. Triple. So there's that. We worked on the middle section with the bourrées and the pas de bourrée, the soutenu around, and because it kind of goes for those of you who know, it's a PK Attitude, Bure, and then Soutenu, and then PK Attitude, this arm, that arm, Pas de Bure. Yeah. That section of it, that's in the middle. That's what we kind of worked on.
Okay. And how did she feel? Being that you've never worked with her before and she's never worked with you before.
Yeah, she was fine. She knew she needed to learn the variation. And so I said, we're not going to do the whole thing today. We're just going to take a section of it.
Okay.
And get that section in your bones.
Are we costuming her?
No. Oh, you know what? I don't know.
Just checking.
That's a good question.
And we costumed Rachel when she went.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I'll have to ask her mom what's happening. Or ask the studio what's happening.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the studio. And then someone has been cast in this. What? What?
And I would rather not discuss that at this time. I'm doing Witch's Brew.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
I know you aren't.
What was I talking about?
I know you were talking about something else that I would rather not discuss at this time.
Why?
I'll tell you why later.
The thing that I'm in?
I'll tell you why later.
That
So anyway,
Are you dropping out?
No. So anyway, but I had to do something else. So anyway, yeah. So I'm doing. I was asked to do a show here a month or so ago.
Yeah.
A friend of mine from Cincinnati came up and was chatting with a friend of his. He came to visit a friend of his, and he sends me this frantic message. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Ted.
Hey, dude.
One of my favorite accompanist ever. He says, I'm coming to Indianapolis, but I'm coming to see a friend of mine, and I'm looking for some people for a show. It's a paid show. And it's a cabaret. I mean, it's one of those, it's called The Witch's Brew online at the Lux, or the Lux online.
The Lux.
Live at the Lux. That's what it is.
Okay, don't yell at me.
So I couldn't remember. I know it's a line or a live or it's a Lux. It's a lot of L's. So, so he says they're doing this cabaret, and it's kind of a paid thing. And a cabaret is real fun because you don't have to go to 15 million rehearsals.
You just basically rehearse
do
your
deal
thing.
And you're good to go.
Because when the cabaret ended, I think I had 2 rehearsals.
Yeah.
That was it.
And this one, they're paying the performers. We get a cut of whatever comes in. So,
So if 4 people show up, you get $3.
To split.
To split.
Like 16 of us. So
yes, exactly. We're going to make 28 cents.
I
can have my Aldi quarterback. Just saying.
Oh my God.
He did get my quarter from the grocery cart from Aldi. He just left it.
Honey, let it go.
Okay.
So anyway, so we're doing, it's called The Witch's Brew, and it runs during the month of October.
It's a Halloween theme.
It's a Halloween themed cabaret.
Cabaret.
So, yes, so that'll be fun. But anywho, and then I'll be doing Nutcracker in December, November, December with Dayla once again.
As the Rat King.
No, not as the Rat King. It's Uncle Drosselmeyer.
Oh.
I'm kind of the resident Drosselmeyer at the moment.
You don't want to be the Rat King?
I could be.
You gotta wear that head.
Yeah.
You could be the Nutcracker. You don't want to do the Nutcracker?
That head's worse. Jumping around with all that big old box on your head. Oh, that is the one role in every Nutcracker. I'm like, please don't make me a Nutcracker. And thankfully, I think I've only had to dance it maybe one time.
Really? And since you were 13?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good odds. I like that. And then not this past weekend, because it was just crazy working at the theater, but the weekend before, we sang in a concert called it was the music of La Casa Azul, which I did the original production 8 years ago, which is a musical based on the life of Frida Kahlo, the Mexican painter.
Viva la vida!
Yes. The Mexican, as we were told not to say the X. Mexican. It's Mexican. Whatever. Well, no, because...
Gabby, I'm sorry.
No.
Bibi, I'm sorry.
No, because what I'm saying is it's just like, why didn't they say that 8 years ago? and 6 years ago and 4 years ago.
Because they woke.
Because they woke. So anyway, so it was a stage concert we sang in along with the Carmel Symphony Orchestra, which I will post some photos of the production. It was not costumed whatsoever. The dancers were costumed. We were in tuxes. The guys were in tuxes. The girls were in gowns. And it was fun. It was sold out, sort of, kind of sold out. They originally we were at the Palladium in Carmel.
Beautiful. I posted it on my Facebook.
Yeah, so they only had the floor open, and it sold out like that. So they ended up opening up the boxes, and then the boxes, and then the upper balcony, and
it was huge.
It was huge. It was fun. It was a good time, and we did the whole show with 8 rehearsals.
I didn't have 8 rehearsals. Some of us only had like 4 or 5.
Because you were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us went to all the rehearsals.
Yes, some of you did. God bless.
Now that we had, I think three vocal rehearsals, just straight vocal rehearsals, 2 staging rehearsals, and then technically 2 days, but 3 rehearsals. We had a double rehearsal on one day. With the symphony, and that was it. And then we did the show on Saturday. It was a one-time deal, but it was really cool. And there was a lot of people there.
It was an odd experience for me because I did not know the music, and when I heard it, I thought, kind of forgot the music is this.
Like,
all
what
these
is that?
words.
It was Sondheim, but with a melody.
No.
Yeah.
Sondheim meets Weber meets Jason Robert Brown.
But with a melody.
Yeah.
Because it's
but I will say the music, I mean, Gregory Hancock, who's Gregory Glade.
His last name is Hancock.
Oh, it is Hancock. Okay.
I don't know what Glade is. I don't know. That might be his middle name. It could be.
He set this whole thing. He has a dance company here. And I spoke with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I got to talk to you. So I said, did you compose all of this? Did you have a house? He goes, no, I composed it. I said, so wait a minute. Because I come from dance world. And he is the first person from that world that I've met who has studied music to the degree that he can compose it. And it's good music.
Right.
I mean, it's good music.
It really is.
There's a brilliance to it and some of the melodies he created, I was just like, oh my God, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, really good music.
And the really cool thing was when we did it, it's been done 4 times now. 3 as a full production, once as a concert. And the 3 times it was a production, we used a music track. It wasn't with a live orchestra or band, nothing. But when you listen to it, it's like, oh, it's a full orchestra. But it really wasn't. It was each instrument recorded only their part and it was all mixed. They were not, and it was not recorded as a full orchestra. So this is the first time that Gregory heard his music played by a live orchestra.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was quite moving, actually.
It was crazy.
I was very doubtful / skeptical going into the project because I was like, there's no way I'm going to learn all these freaking words to all these freaking songs.
Because there was one.
Hospital Fiesta.
Hospital Fiesta. I had to dance it the first time, and it was crazy back then. And it is like rapid fire.
It's like a pitter-patter song for an entire group of people.
Yeah. Luckily, the last 2 verses are the same. Or the last 2 thingies are the same.
You remember them.
But the first 2 are complete. Like the first one says all
the first 3 stanzas are different.
The first stanza was everything that was wrong with her after when she was in the hospital. And so was the second one. Well, the second one was like what they were fixing. Like they were giving her a bone transplant, blah, 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 this. But the first one was like, she has this, she has this, she has this, I mean, it was just like...
all these side effects.
It was crazy. Yeah. But when we did it originally, it was really fun. We had to dance it again, crazy. And we were not dancers, we were actors and singers. But we were dressed as clowns because it was the hospital fiesta. So when Frida was in the hospital, to her, that whole time it was just a crazy
Zoo,
circus. It was
yeah.
a crazy circus. So we were the doctors, and it was nuts. It was just crazy. And we would go off stage, we would dance a little part, and then we'd go bloop and disappear. And of course, the dancers are like, stand there. And we were going, oh my God, oh my God. And then you'd hear the tambourine. It would like, we'd have to go, and we had to run back out. It was crazy.
Well, I will say, one of the highlights of this was working with the marvelous Georgina Escobar.
Yes. Director, writer, playwright.
And she's been commissioned to
write the book.
A musical about the life
to
of
write
Frida
the
Kahlo.
book about Frida Kahlo. About a musical about Frida Kahlo.
And I wondered, she came to rehearsal. We only had 4 rehearsals with her.
With 2 staging rehearsals and then the double rehearsal.
The week of, yeah. So she kept coming up with all these stories. She went and actually met the
She met the family? Yeah,
and
that was
talked with
crazy.
them and all. And she kept saying, now, when I met with the family, blah, blah, I'm like, girl. And then she blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, apparently she knows.
Right.
So, but she's an amazing... It was like a master class.
The first 2 staging rehearsals was a master class in directing.
Even when we went to the stage, I mean, she just amazing.
Yeah.
Woman who, I mean, she's amazing. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I think she's the first director I've actually sat down and taken notes while she was directing. Like
absolutely.
Directing, like notes. Like not about the show.
Not about the show.
Just
no,
about
exactly.
like, oh,
about
this is
how to approach things. And
I was like,
yeah,
okay.
It was kind of wild.
She was just amazing.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to jump in her suitcase and go with her, but I think she was ready to be done with us.
I think so too.
Oh, by the time it was over.
And then this weekend, what did we do? We worked at the theater for opening weekend of Godspell at Footlight Musicals. And then I went to, was it last Sunday? A week ago yesterday, to see at the District Theater to see Spring Awakening with...
Sorry guys, I couldn't go.
With Fast Apple Productions, which is my dear friend Kelsey McDaniel's theater company she created. And they did an amazing production of Spring Awakening, which I didn't really know the story. I knew that it was about coming of age, but I didn't know the setting. I didn't know when it was supposed to take place. I didn't know where it took place.
You knew the story better than that.
Nope, I knew nothing. I knew none of the music. Not at all.
It surprises me though, being in Indy. I figured you would have known that show.
And I know at one time someone wanted to do it at Footlight as the summer show, but someone was butthurt and whined and cried, so it didn't happen. We won't go into that. It's a whole story. That's for another day. They're not there anymore. But La Casa, back to that real quick. I do have lots of photos, production photos that were professionally taken. So I will put those on the video so you can see those because they are amazing photos of the dancers and the singers, the orchestra. It was an experience. It really was.
And to finalize my thing,
to put a pin in it,
I have found another career path. Through Charleston Cresta, I met a couple of actors there who were what we call simulated patients. Or simulation patients. I was like...
They should call it Simulation Station.
So anyway, they're like, yeah, so we work with the med school here in town. I work at the hospital, and they help to train the med school students. So basically, patients like role-playing as patients.
Yeah.
And it's a whole thing. Like, you have to go through training for it.
And you have 5 days scheduled already for it?
Yeah, they scheduled me for 5 days of training. And basically, we have to learn how to do physical exams of whether it's eye, ear, nose, throat, armpit, whatever. We have to learn how to do those exams because we help to coach the med students through it and how they should. We're really, I think, honestly, I feel like we are used to make sure that they have a spark of humanity about them
Yes.
while they are actually doing, because they're so like book, and all these long Latin words and all the doctoral blah blahs. And I think we're pretty much, I from what I can tell, we're really there to help them understand and stay in contact with their own humanity.
And it's funny you say that because I used to work at a video store 100 years ago. And there was a movie called The Doctor with William Hurt. And I forget who played his wife. But all of a sudden, he was like this, like, dark, like very cold doctor to the patients. Just kind of like, bye, next one. Well, then he got sick and ended up in the hospital.
Oh.
And like almost like dying kind of thing. But then he recovered in happy ending. But when he went back to the hospital as a doctor and teaching again, he made all of his students be patients for the week or weekend or whatever. So they literally went through everything test-wise, examinations, because it was like, you need to learn to be human. You need to know what it's like to be these patients and how they should be treated. So that's kind of like, that just reminded me of that. That was kind of like...
Well, it kind of freaked me out. The girl, Kelsey, that interviewed me and started me, she's like, trust me, she said, the students are going to be more nervous than you. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, there's a lot of the stuff they have to have it in order to
graduate,
finish the program.
Right, to move on.
So she said, and a lot of them will be more nervous than you, so just relax and just know that you're there to help them, really. And I'm like, okay. So that starts literally next week as well.
Good Lord.
We have an orientation day next week.
What day is that?
Wednesday. Yeah.
In the morning?
So, no, it's early afternoon. I have to Zoom from there, like literally get in the car and Zoom over to Sycamore.
Oh, that's right. Wednesday, because it's Wednesday. I thought it was... you did switch it to Wednesday, Friday. That's right. And then somebody had their own little procedure on Friday.
I did not know you were going to post a picture of that.
I thought it was cute.
Really?
Yes. Someone had, when you are a man of a certain age, we had to have a little procedure.
And it's not just men, it's everybody.
Everybody, but most people relate it to men. When men reach 50, they're supposed to have a little procedure.
Honey, it's when everybody reaches 50.
Not everybody. Not everybody I know.
Doctors listening. Everyone's supposed to have a colonoscopy by 50, no?
So anyway.
Please report in the... You're thinking about... no. You're thinking about the whole proctology exam.
Am I?
That's a prostate... Yes!
A prostate exam?
Yes!
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
That's some insane.
He had a little thing.
So I had a colonoscopy. Which everybody's supposed to have.
And he was a little loopy from the anesthesia. It was really cute. The nurses loved him because they were cracking up. He had them laughing because he was just saying weird things.
I was told it was... The one thing I can say, I was told it was going to be a wonderful nap. And it was.
Wasn't it?
It was.
It literally took half an hour and didn't feel like he was asleep for hours.
No, it literally felt like...
Or like well rested when you woke up.
Yeah. I literally felt like I'd maybe gone to sleep for 10 minutes, like into a deep sleep for 10 minutes.
But yeah.
And the next thing, Kevin? Kevin? My God, I'm so fun.
I was doing this.
Yeah.
So it was really cute. But he's okay. Everything's fine.
Yep.
So anyway, that was been our crazy wackadoodle month. But I'm going to post some photos of La Casa because they really are amazing. I'll put those at the end of the video. I'm in rehearsals for Dolly.
And please let me know. We have, there's a young man we know here in town who's casting for a show.
Who?
Paul Herbert. If you look, is it Paul Herbert?
Herbert.
Paul Herbert Pitts, yeah. If you look on our Facebook page, and it's for Psalm Theatrics, if you want to look it up. And I will say it is a biblically based show that he's doing. Mm-hmm. It's a showcase. There's 3 shows that he's written, and he's showcasing. He's basically performing excerpts of all of those, of 3 of those shows.
Gotcha.
And I think it's still in need of one or two actors. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely look them up and contact him. He's new to the area as well, and so yeah, that's another thing.
And we'll tag him on here too, so
yes,
that you can find him easily.
Yeah.
So that's been our craziness through rehearsals and running around like crazy people.
Yeah.
For the past couple weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah.
So things are starting
finally to settle.
Not really. They're starting up.
Well, no, they're starting up, but it's starting to be a routine. We're starting to go on a routine. You're not traveling back and forth to Cincinnati.
Oh, that's
so if things are a little bit, when I say steady, I just mean that we can write on the calendar where we're going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see. So Dolly's in rehearsals. We just blocked the biggest scene, which is at the Harmonia Garden / courtroom. And I think we have music review tomorrow, choreo review tomorrow, and then music review on Wednesday, I think. And then I think we start stumbling through. I'm assuming. I know we haven't choreographed the actual Hello Dolly song yet. So we still have to do that.
And there is one more weekend of God's Footlight if you would like to come and
support. Yes.
There's one
not my favorite musical.
No,
I do like some of the songs in it. There's a few of the songs I really, really like.
But he's never been a fan of the show.
No, never liked the show. Never liked the show. I like the fact that you can set it in any situation, and I'm cool with that. That's really the only thing I like about it.
I
like Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes.
I love Jesus Christ
Jesus Christ Superstar. And Joseph.
What?
I'm
tired of Joseph. I like Joseph, and I'm tired of Joseph.
That's what I'm saying. You like Joseph too.
Yeah, I do. Those are fun songs too.
That's about his limit when it comes to Bible-based shows. It is. Joseph and Jesus Christ Jesus Superstar.
What other show is there?
Godspell. Anywho's, so last weekend though we house managed Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. I house managed Friday and Saturday, and he ushered. He got he ended up ushering because he was present.
Yeah, there's only one man ushering that. I've ushered forever.
He knew he was. God love him.
Yeah,
he showed up.
Godspell love him.
He showed up.
Yes. His name was Dan, I think.
No, that's not his
George.
name. No.
Fred.
No.
Scott.
No. You'll never think of it.
Gary.
So anyway, no, that wasn't his name either.
What was his name?
I'm not going to tell you.
Because you don't know.
Yes, I do know.
Then what is it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Because you don't know.
Yes, I do know.
Then what is it? Why won't you say?
Because he might be watching this, and I don't want him to feel offended because you've been making fun of him.
I'm not making fun of him.
His name was Chad.
Chad? Are you sure his name was Chad?
I'm positive his name is Chad. I think it was Chad.
Chad's not... No, that can't be a Chad.
That's why I remembered his name, because I had the same thought.
So you did have the thought.
Who looked at you and named you Chad?
Named you for that little hanging piece of paper.
Well, he could have been named Butterfly Ballot. Oh, that's a great drag name if anybody's looking.
Butterfly Ballot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Miss Butterfly Ballot. And somebody comes out dressed as Dolly Parton.
That's just a weird turn.
Well,
just like a crazy weird turn.
Well,
okay, so
we probably should go to bed.
It's late. I'm tired. Kevin just got home and he's eating grapes and strawberries and
broccoli
carrots.
and carrots.
And you have a banana. You haven't even opened it. But he took the sticker off. Okay, so again, why did you take the sticker off?
I needed to move something.
You moved the banana.
I needed to do something else.
Oh my god. Okay, so
that was of no consequence.
So like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave us little comments, because Lord knows we need them.
Okay, so until next week, we're gonna
So
promise to try and come back
what's
next week.
coming up? When is the Greek Fest? Aren't you supposed to go to Greek Fest? Don't you have a date
It's
or
the
something?
end of
for that?
August, and if I can collect enough pennies from the corner, like alms for the poor, alms for the poor.
We'll have a send Kevin to the Greek Fest fund.
The Greek Fest
Fund.
Oh,
A
yes.
fund to send Kevin to the Greek Fest.
Go fund me for Greek Fest.
He needs a gyro.
No, it's been interesting because I haven't really worked since June the 10th.
No, he hasn't.
And
Trust me,
that was
he
not
hasn't.
expected. It just is one of those consequences of a life change and moving. And
to be 1,000% honest with you all, it was very stressful. Especially the past couple weeks. It's super stressful. Kind of like, I have $2 in my account. So
we could have a half a Big Mac.
we could have the top bun. That's all we could have.
Yeah, maybe a few tots at the DQ.
Does the DQ have tots?
Yes.
The
I can't
DQ
believe you
has
did not
tots?
know.
I don't ever go to the DQ.
They got fries, they got onion rings, they got tots.
I didn't know they had I had tots
If
for
I'm not
dinner
mistaken,
tonight.
they got tots.
So anyway, okay, so we're gonna go. Look at the little photos. Comment on the photos. They are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful photos.
We'll let you know if we end up singing in the cast recording.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. Yeah, we got an email today asking if anybody wanted to. They want to re-record the cast recording because they did make some changes to the music. They combined some things. They took out some things. When we did the show originally 8 years ago, it was 3 hours long.
It was a work. An opus.
3 hours.
An opus.
And it felt like 3 hours.
But
It
I will
really
say
did.
this for
It really
him.
did feel like 3 hours.
I will say this for him. That was his 4th iteration of the show.
Yes.
I have never seen a writer, composer, choreographer, director take the degree of backseat that he took.
And he did on this one. He literally let the
He
music
showed up.
direction go. Yep, he showed up
He
and opened the door.
unlocked and made sure everything was there.
He unlocked the door and said, go. He brought in Georgina to direct. He brought in Tammy
As vocal director.
as vocal director. And then he brought in
conductor who
Jenna, who was the conductor of the symphony. And we really didn't do choreography, obviously. That Georgina
there was
kind
some
of did-ish.
staging /
But it was more staging than anything. So he literally stepped aside and sat at the back table.
And he said that he wanted to, and I've heard people say that, and we've all heard people say that before. And it's like,
No, and originally, and I have mad respect for him. Originally, he would not let go of any control. I mean, when we did it 8 years ago, it literally was now he did have a vocal director. Terry Woods was vocal director. But he literally staged everything, had already choreographed all the dancers. So they taught us. So they basically choreographed us. But Gregory,
his hand was, he put his hand in there. Yeah.
Yes, Dolly.
So
mad respect. Mad
it was
respect.
amazing to see that someone who has accomplished and there was a cast recording at first on Apple Music. Yeah. So
I have it somewhere. I have the record. I have a CD of it somewhere.
It's been recorded. It's been done. It's been seen.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you know what? I'm going to sit back and watch this happen.
And he did.
I will facilitate. And he did. He really honestly did. There were some things that were asked, Georgina as director would say, what do you think about this?
Absolutely.
Is this a non-negotiable on that? Blah, blah.
And I think there always should be. It is his work. And if he did something for a reason,
right,
you should respect that.
But I will say it was nothing that anyone came to blows over.
No, not at all.
For the most part, I would say for 99.9% of the whole production and the rehearsal process, he stepped back.
Yeah.
And watched.
And the last thing I want to say before we go is we had an after party and we met some amazing people. We have connections now.
We will probably have them on here.
One girl, lovely, Bibi.
Bibi Heredia.
her. She was our MC, sort of, kind of. She introduced the show and then spoke at the top of my
We have to tag her in this.
And we want her on the show. She is a hoot and a half.
Oh my gosh. So much fun.
And our dear...
She's at the Telemundo officiate.
She is.
Yes.
At Radio 1.
Yes.
And,
love
yes. And then we met another lady who's an artist.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to butcher her name because I was saying it was Minerva, and I know it's not Minerva.
Meravilla. I think it's Meravilla. We have to tag her too.
And her husband, who is as white as I am. And
Meravilla, Boricua.
And she's from Puerto Rico. And BB's from Mexico.
Do you know, I don't know where BB's from.
I'm not really sure where BB's from.
It's
Meravilla. And our dear friend Angel, and you'll pronounce it the way...
Angel.
Yes. I know him as Angel because that's how he was introduced to me by himself. He said, "Hi, my name's Angel."
Because he's talking spy from Indianapolis, but go
ahead. Designed her outfit, her ensemble
Ooh.
for the show. It was really fun. So we got to see Angel at the concert. It was amazing.
And then one of the girls that had a lot to do with in the show, Gabi. She's also an artist that works at Meravilla. And I was like, girl, I didn't know you did. You are an artiste. So yeah, it was.
So I think we shut the party down. We were like,
this painting.
That's Meravilla. She's showing you some of her stuff online.
We were like some of the last. We were probably the last two cast members to leave.
Yeah.
It was like left was like Georgina Gregory, his board of director people, and then we're like, well, we'll see y'all later. We're like give me the cheese puffs or whatever.
And I had this guy walk up to me. He and his wife, and I think
the older couple
from day one, and he goes, "Hello, young man. How are you?" And blah blah blah. And a wonderful performance tonight. I must ask you, where are you from? It's like, from South Louisiana. No, originally. Like, Louisiana? He was like, oh, I thought you were Jamaican for some reason. I was like, oh.
Did you not have your hat on? Rastafarian hat? Your
Rasta was hanging out. I don't know. So I was like, no. I said, but now that you mention it, I do have ancestry from the islands. So maybe. So he was like, you look like someone from the islands, from Jamaica. I'm like, okay, well.
God bless. Black power.
I don't know what to say. It was just the first time. It's so weird.
Okay, so anyway, that was our month in a nutshell. And it was, like I said, very, very busy, extremely stressful the past couple of weeks on a personal level. But anyhow, we're back. Things are changing, hopefully. Knock on wood.
Things are changing.
Yes, Dina Jones. Stop it. So have a wonderful week, everyone. Enjoy the photos of La Casa Azul.
And we'll be back for a much shorter time. It's already 43 minutes.
I know.
We'll be back for a much shorter
I shoot
time
for 20. I'll go to 30. I'd like 30 to be the limit. I try to shoot for 20. But sometimes we just get blabbing. And we're going to do a live video soon. We like when you guys type in and say hey, and so we can talk to you.
Yes.
So have a wonderful evening. Well, week, day, August.
Just say goodbye.
Goodbye. We do have a special day coming up here shortly.
Oh, we do.
We will be doing a special anniversary show, September 3rd. And we actually have a very lovely package that has been sitting on our shelf for almost a year now.
Thanks to our fairy godmother, Miss Lucy.
Our lovely Lucy got us this gift, and it has a tag on it that says, "Do not open to your first anniversary." And we will open it on the show. We have no idea what's in it. It has literally...
It's a pretty box.
It is really pretty. I've been tempted, but I haven't. It's been up on our shelf in the closet for a year. Almost a year.
Yeah.
So... Good night, everyone. Goodbye. Have a great week.
For now.
Like, subscribe, comment.
That's a lot to do, honey.
I know.
People are busy.
I know, but please, we need to build our channel
God bless
more.
you.
We had 1 new subscription last month.
Yay!
Woohoo! We're up to 6. No, we have more than that.
Yeah, we just need to do more videos. That's all. We'll do more consistent. We'll be more consistent. We promise.
And we got to go out and about.
We promise.
All right. Goodbye,
Okay.
everybody.
Ciao for now.